bad bastards loving the Big Show podcast? Get up even closer on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok, or raw dog it 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki.
Yeah, man. G'day, fellas.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Hey, it is
guys.
exciting. How are you all doing after the weekend?
Bloody buggered. I was rooted yesterday, man.
Yeah, same
Yes.
actually. I was saying to Keyzie actually, I've
were
been
you?
saying to my wife that
Yeah.
What did she say?
because we've been doing a lot of swimming, Mogi, over the summer, and we've got to keep it
Have
up.
you, mate?
And it was a blustery, grey old day, high tide around 3 in the afternoon, and we were like, oh, nah, we'll just flag it today. And I went, no, I put my foot down.
Yeah, did you?
Bloody great, mate. Had a half an hour ocean swim, felt reinvigorated, and went home and ate a bowl of chips and dip.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah, thanks,
an
mate.
actual swim or sort of a bit of a float around? And
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not really a swimmer. I just sort
you-
of dive
has a
around.
lack of
and-
an ability to swim.
Yeah, I'm
How
not
deep
very
would you
good.
go?
Over my head, but, you know,
Wow.
breaststroke
Really?
and just floating on my back and diving like a dolphin and
You
doing
actually
all
go
that sort
out
of stuff.
over your head. I picture you going out to about sort of chest height and then just sort of floating around. Because that's what I do.
No, I
Can you
go
swim,
out.
Keyzie?
Yeah.
I'm terrible at swimming.
Yeah.
My wife's pretty good.
But if you're terrible at swimming, the thought of you in the ocean out over your head.
Yeah, I mean, I can float, though. So that's all G.
Right.
I'm not a good floater.
Oh, really?
Bad floater.
Okay.
Bad floater. My daughter's a great floater. She just lies on her back and like a starfish and all
Yes.
limbs, but my legs sink.
Right.
Yeah, my legs sink as well.
Yeah. I'd like to know. I wonder if that's a thing. Because I said to my daughter, I say, you're such a good floater, I can't float like that. She said, maybe you got to push your chest up higher, Dad.
Yeah, you got to thrust up,
Is that
mate.
right,
Yeah.
Even I literally, while we were in Cambodia, I always do this when I'm in a swimming pool just mucking around. I always try and float like a perfect starfish.
Yeah.
No matter what you try, my feet always are under.
Same.
Yeah.
So-
My feet
I
are
hate it.
fine. I sort of dip in the middle.
Yeah.
Right, so your torso's under.
Yeah, well, my,
It's
know,
just
my
Just your
sort
head
of-
and your toes.
Head and toes.
So yeah, my head's up and my toes are up, and
Like
I'm like a
semicircle.
U shape.
Like a semicircle of a dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of
Under the water.
Yeah, but it's bloody good, man, and I'm glad that we did it.
I'm shagged.
You know.
I'm
rooted,
so
are you?
shagged, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you had a big weekend, Keyzie.
I got some footage. I saw a fella yesterday. I went to Sale GP, and this young fella came up to me and he showed me a video had been sent from the OB from a mate of his, where he gave you and Lee Hart a bottle of Jim Beam, and you were both drinking out of that.
That wasn't me.
The video suggests otherwise, Keyzie.
Wasn't me.
I saw it with my eyes, Keyzie.
I didn't drink any bottle of Jim Beam
You
with
were
Lee Hart.
loving it, brother.
No, that's not true. No, there must have been someone else.
Yeah, right.
Seriously,
I
yeah.
was actually a bit concerned
Someone gave
about
me a shot.
when I saw you in the pool at the end there when I was trying to get away from all the people there. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I love the Black Clash. I
you
love
don't.
Christchurch.
No, you don't.
It's all great stuff.
No, it's a lie.
But I tell you what, getting out of that fucking ground, but in the end I bludged a ride with a TVNZ fella, but I was concerned about you in the pool there. I was like, oh, Keezie's looking a bit woozy.
Ah.
You know what I mean? And he was still in the pool, Mogi.
Well, it'd been a busy day.
Oh, it had been a busy
It had been
day.
a very busy day. And you're very
Fucking
busy the
busy
night
day.
before. And in fact, we should have mentioned this earlier, but it'd be great, Pugs, if you could go through that sort of last break or two of the OB on the Friday and pull all of the mutterings and bugger ups, old piss boy.
All I did was say burnt patty meat nips.
There was a couple in there, but it was all good. But that was a biggie, and then you had a bit of a biggie that night.
I did.
And then the next day, then you had to go out, and then
Well, because on
you
the
had to go out and drink more beers of that sort of that pre-game thing. It's a long day, and it's a long weekend.
It is a long weekend, and the thing I forgot about on the Friday night was after the OB, the live broadcast at Richmond Club. I've got a lot of family down there, all of whom are our age. So we went to a BYO.
Where you drank a bottle of wine by yourself.
Where I completely forgot. I was like, man, I woke up hungover on Saturday, and I was like, hang on, I drank a bottle of wine at a BYO, then went out and had some teapots and some shots and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, that's why, and that's also why I was fucking wasted in my bed at 2 a.m. with like kebab sauce all around my face.
Classic.
Because Saturday morning I was a wreck.
Right.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
that thing where you're standing in front of the toilet going,
Oh, no.
nothing came. I was just like, just get out of my body.
No.
Nothing came.
The puke.
That's not good.
And yeah, so then
No.
me and-
Weirdly, I woke up on Saturday morning, tickety boo,
Brand new.
Oh, no shit.
But then
drama.
But rolled over on my side. And I was like, fuck's sake! And
Put your hip out.
No, it was my knee, and I was like, oh, oh, for fuck's sake, what's wrong with my fucking knee? And then I realised what it was when I was giving Mogi the koala hug in the car for our video, and my knees were right up near my shoulder.
Yeah.
So for the video where I hop out of the ute and go, hey, we're in Christchurch, and then you're sitting on Mogi. And what people don't know is that when we first tried to film that, I shut the door on Hoyte J's leg.
Yes.
I didn't realise it. Why is it hanging out of the door, man? I thought you were in there.
But
We also started with a reverse cowgirl, and then we went to standard cowgirl.
yeah.
Well, you got to try everything. You
do.
You don't know what's going to work until you have a crack.
You don't.
But yes, I walked it off. I did one of my day on Saturday. Of course, I wasn't hungover, but it was just like, the game doesn't start till 6:30. What the fuck?
Yeah,
so I did a
poor
lot.
Jace.
I did a lot of walking around, which was really good.
The town centre?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
nice, eh?
But I was really hungry, but nothing was tickling my fancy. You know when you go past and you go, oh no,
fuck. No, you're
and
a
then you go past another place and you go, oh mate, oh nah. And then you end up buying something you don't even fucking want.
Did you go to the market? Riverside Market?
No, where is that?
It's beside the river.
It's right, but there's literally everything you could want in there. You would have loved
Everything
it.
you could want.
Everything.
Except
Yeah,
for
well,
you.
Yeah, I probably still would have been
Yeah,
flummoxed.
you would have been over it. I left the Black Clash with one over to go because
Wanted to beat traffic.
I wanted to beat the traffic like a real old piece of shit.
Yes.
But
Well,
I did beat the traffic, and then I got back to the hotel and I was hungry because I hadn't eaten at the ground at all.
You're at
And
the
I
same
cou-
hotel as us, eh?
Yeah, but I couldn't be bothered lining up and backboning my way through all the backbones.
Yes.
That was sort of right at the end of the day. So I got back, and I know what you mean, because all there was, because I was thinking, there's a Wendy's over the road there, maybe.
Oh, the little one, yeah.
Over there, closed.
Oh, damn it.
The only thing that was open was a kebab shop.
That's where Pugs and I went on the Friday.
Yeah.
Just around the corner, a Sal's that's open till like 2 a.m.
Oh, really?
And a chicken and chip store. However, we were walking there. This would have been about 1:30 after the Black Clash. And you know what you talk about backboning your way through all the backbones out there, which is always a positive experience.
Oh, it's positive, but I've been a big day of backboning my way through the backbones there.
We've been pretty backboned out. We've decided, my wife's mates are like, all right, we're going to pack it in. It's probably 1:30. We're going to go ahead, grab some food, and then we'll go to the hotel.
had you been?
And they'll fuck off. We just went to a couple of clubs along the river.
Right.
Pretty chill. I had to sneak in because I only had Birkenstocks on, and apparently
Yeah.
Christchurch is real anal about shoes.
Right.
The bouncer went away to do something, so I just walked in. But as we were making our way from the club that we were at to the food places, went past a big line of people, and this guy was, hey, Keyzie. I was like, oh, g'day, man. And I was like, oh, turn around, I'll come have a yarn with this fella. And he like grabs me by the arm, like really firmly. He's like, you've got to come in and have a beer with me.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, nah, man, I'm off. And then he grabs my shirt, and he's like, nah, Keyzie, you got to come. And he's like pulling me in, like quite fucking aggressively.
I don't have to do anything, man, and nothing makes me want to do something less than being told something.
This
and
is
then
a guy
physically dragged.
who's like probably 22,
Yeah,
like more than a decade younger than me. And I was just like, wow, this is a guy who's certainly going to get whatever he wants in life. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I was
but-
honestly like, okay, fuck. And I was like, sorry, and just walked off. And I'm like, man, some people
Yeah.
are fucking
Bit of
runters.
boundary
Well,
stuff there, eh?
Yeah.
When I was...
And I'm all for it usually.
Yeah,
but sometimes it's fucking
it's hey, do you want to come and have a beer with me? My shout.
I would
You
usually.
don't put your hands on someone.
He was like
Fucking hell.
stretching my shit.
Yeah.
I had that exact similar thing when I was waiting outside for this Uber with this TVNZ guy and a group of them, and they walked past me, and then one of them turned around and went, oh, fucking fuck me, Hoyte J. And I went, oh, God. And they all came back and were like going into town for beersies and just pounding me to come with them. And I was like, no, fellas, I'm all good. I'm just heading back to the hotel and stuff. But this one guy, they'd walk away and he kept coming back. He did it about 4 times and would scream at me and I'd be like, nah, mate, I'm all good. Good on you, mate. Okay, mate. And
It's
the guy-
amazing what piss will do to a human.
I
eh?
know.
It is out the gate.
And the
He's
guy
probably
from
this-
TVNZ was like, what the fuck was that?
Just another day. for
He's
Hoyte
another
J.
day.
Probably the same guy, because you hopped in your Uber probably 50 metres down the road from where we hopped in ours. And probably the same guy who came back was just like, everyone, Hoyte J's down there trying to catch an Uber.
Yeah. Sounds like the guy.
And me
Good
and Pugs
times.
were like, and Dilly and a few others were standing there. We were just like, I was thinking, man, poor Hoyte J getting punished.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. They were pretty good though. There was
Yeah,
because
they were great.
there was that party zone, and it was they were all getting everybody to scull, and everybody did it.
It
And
was
they were like,
hilarious.
Mogi, and I just said, no, I'm not drinking. And then they just sort of left it which is really good.
Well, that is like a real, I don't drink or I'm not drinking, and it's, okay.
Yeah.
Minogue
But
came
also,
over.
you do get people that still go,
Oh, yes.
nah, fuck off, man. You
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it. It's like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
God, okay.
Because there's
Yeah, right.
the one guy who had a voice like a fucking chainsaw.
Yeah,
was
that
just
guy,
like,
yeah. That guy started,
He
Yeah.
was hilarious.
He was a funny dude. There's a few funny dudes there.
And then when Minogue came over halfway through between the innings, just to see what was going on, have a bit of a yarn, and I was pretending to be like a real good dude. I was like, hey, Minogue, man, I got a spare beer here. Do you want it, bro? And he's like, yeah, fuck yeah. As soon as I gave it to him,
Yeah.
the guy just started.
Well, you started pointing at Mania.
Yeah,
It took a
Mike,
bit.
Come on, man. I don't need to know all the details.
And also to Paula out there. Paula, our fan from where's she from? The
Yeah,
Hawke's Bay.
man. It's nice to meet her.
She was trying to catch my eye as I left. And just apologies to you, Paula. I couldn't be bothered. I just wanted to go home.
Yeah, no, I had a good chat with her, Mogi. You'll be glad
I
to
had
know.
multiple good chats with her. Yeah.
It was quite funny. You were saying in the break there between innings, I'm on the comms there up in the commentary box, and they went, all good to go, Jace, 2 minutes. And I went, yeah. And neither Minogue or Matt were there.
Yeah, actually, I was talking to Matt when he got the text from you to say, I think you guys need to get back here.
Yeah, could you fellas sort of get a bit of a move on
Oh, that
here,
would have
please?
reminded you of the good old days, surely,
Oh,
mate.
yeah, the
What a
ACM.
great event.
Yes.
What a great event. Had a ripper of a time. Bloody good it was.
It is. It's always like a massive way to start the year for us, but it also is a big payoff as well. It's fucking good.
Yeah. No, it was great.
A lot of people asking about my nips, so it was nice just to have a bit of,
Nip chat.
Sure.
people are interested,
Yeah,
which is
man.
great. Hey, Radio Hauraki 4 till 7 every weekday. It's the big show. You should listen to it. It's great.
Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki. Or give their podcast a hoon on iHeartRadio.